Hey, how you doing, Cancerian? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa, I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Printres, Waters, Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. I'm also giving out some free private and personal readings. If you'd like a free private or personal reading, please check out the information in the description below this video. The free private and personal readings will come to an end by the ending of August, where I'll be charging for the readings in the beginning of September. So do take up your opportunities now while the offer lasts, so you can get your free private and personal readings. Also, I am working on a new platform, so if you guys are interested in knowing the name of that platform, come for your free private and personal reading. Well, I'll give you that information directly. Okay, I will have a lot of different content on that platform as well as tarot readings, so you may be interested to come and find out the name of it. Just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to the channel. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Cancerians? Okay, there's something that you like. It could be someone that you like, but there's something that you like here. All right, you may want to nurture it, get involved in it, but there's something that you like. It doesn't say that you're doing much today or even another day, but you'll call another person and let them know that you're speaking to them or see them in a way that you don't really want to communicate, but maybe seeing that you don't want time to wonder if it's going to work out, and socially making you feel like you can't have a void. It's like there could be some type of void, but it's like you may not want to create one. It's just that you may be considering whether or not someone's worthy of your time. Okay, whether or not they're going to fill the void for you. All right, let's see what else is going on. Love life is sexual and very active and very mind-blowing at this time. It does say you have good karma in your mind, thinking about things you could do to work on yourself, or maybe even a woman or a man that wants to see you. It does say she speaks a lot and she wants to care for you and even give you time out to think, well, do I want this? It doesn't say it's going to work in your favor if you want her, but it does say you'll work on wondering if it is going to be available to you, or even allowed to speak about things that you want. It does say you don't really say much about who you are or what you want, so it's not really going to be worth your time or efforts communicating with me if I can't see that I have what I want. It could be a female like this. I mean, if it's not you, Cancerian, that's like this, but it could be a female that's behaving like this to you. All right, let's see what else is going on. It does say you begin to wonder if you have sex on the mind all the time, or maybe even thoughts of fantasies, and possibly even giving pleasure to another, or maybe even lurking in the mind of another person's, wondering if they'll say hello or speak to you. It does say you'll communicate in your mind until you feel like communicating to them again, but it doesn't say that you're bothered. You want to know if you can have more time alone in your mind to wonder if everything is going to work out just fine the way it is, or maybe you need to look elsewhere for your problems to be solved. All right, there is some ideas that you have no idea about, or you do, but you want to know more about the situation. You could be getting some help from someone here. It could be a fire sign who wants to rush towards controlling you, or maybe even making you one day feel like you have got good karma. It does say you have probably not spoken about the things that you want, or even seen more into the things that you want, but it does say you have been warned not to stroke your ego too much, or even study these things until you are allowed to do so. So this person could be a bit controlling as well. All right, you could be judging your stability and working on this, but I do see the man has kind of like put some stagnancy in the way of this, or maybe even a perspective for you to kind of calm down and not worry about the situation. It says you will continue to wonder if everything's going to be okay, but it doesn't say you're warned about anything that's going to happen. It just says you don't need to know everything. I wonder if I could call you or speak to you and let you know that you're stealing from me or taking from me. My mind is hurt about this, and I wouldn't want to know that you're doing this, but you could be doing this. So I don't know if this is an air sign person that feels that way, all right, or a fire sign, but it does say you wonder what's going on, because it doesn't say good news is going to happen. But I do know that things could work in my mind about how I want to see things, possibly even taking back what I said. Didn't want to say I had good karma with you, didn't want to say that, but I now realize that I should have, because I possibly had better luck with you more than anyone. Seeing is believing, though. I couldn't understand why you left me or why I left her. Don't know why I did this, but I noticed that she doesn't want to deal with me, neither do you. But it does say you wonder what's going on with him and how you can get back in your mind with him pleasing you and giving you good karma or good caution in your mind about how you could solve your own mistakes, or even your own signs that you've been seeing. There's signs and symbols that you've been seeing, and you don't know if it's going to work out, or maybe you're trusting that it could work out, possibly with him, you, or maybe another female or another man, depending on, you know, your sexual preference or the person that you want to see. It says you wouldn't want to be with that man anymore, but you try to warn yourself that you should have at least came back to your mind and told them that you could try. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign person. It does say I have confused the situation so much to the point where I don't even know what I want. Really don't know what I want, but I do know that I want him and he doesn't want me. She wants me to know that I have to have him, or maybe it's not going to be me. It does say I would rather not speak about it, but I can see that he's not really bothered about me, so I wouldn't want to dare try and harm him thinking it's going to work out. It does say he wants me, but maybe in the ways I want, or maybe not in the ways I want. I just can't understand where it's going. All right, so some of you guys, it could be in the way you want, or maybe not in the way you want, but maybe you don't understand where it's going right now. Maybe there's some confusion there in some way. I left her for someone else, and I believe you could leave me for someone else too. Try me because I warned you. You would never want me, and then you wouldn't want her to be there either. I couldn't help myself. She always knew that there was going to be time alone to spend in my problems, and maybe even see that I had problems, but you can't even give me that. You have negative memories of me and always give me trial and error, reducing the fact that I want to speak to you, and maybe even letting me know that you don't want to speak to me, and then you're keeping me there in my mind wondering, should I have stayed or walked away? Don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from her, but I do know that I'm walking away. All right. Ooh, that's a lot. I think you have to have more time in your mind. It says this mind game is being played for a reason. It says you all need to certainly work out what it is you want and say it now, so that you know what you want moving forward. Lurking around the mind is not going to help you. Giving you good karma is something that you want, and you've noticed that you can please yourself and make sure that you give yourself what you want too. Doesn't matter what you say or what you do, you'll always get back to your mind and say, well, I did it, I had good karma, but I didn't like it, and maybe it didn't last. I just know that I could work on it and make sure it's better this time or next time. Okay, so you probably are in your mind a lot trying to figure out what you want. Okay, it says I will, and I don't know how to support my ideas either. People don't know how to support me, but I will work on what I want, and I'll sort it out. And when I do get it, I'll get it, and I just need to work out how to solve my own evil mind, because I do play myself sometimes thinking I could get more than what it is that I deserve or what it is that I want, but I feel like I can't get it without you, and I just want to know, can I get it with you or someone else? So you may want someone, okay, and you're wondering if you can get it with them or with someone else. All right, it says war is there, nervousness is there, people are there, problems are there, causing me to have headache, and I don't want to stress, but the picturesque life that I've always wanted will never come to me if I don't believe it's not going to happen. And I just know it is, but I can't believe it's not if I can't continue to work on it. Struggles are there, people are there, constantly working on me, or feeling like I have to worry about situations all the time. It says I don't want to hear that I'm worried. Okay, so you may not want to worry. Don't want to hear that you're worried because things are not working out and you feel like it's just an ongoing cycle of the same thing over and over again. Okay, it does say you don't know which way to go, or you didn't in the past, but you have an idea now that you need to be direct, or someone at least has an idea around you to be helped, and does want to, you know, pry in your business, but sees that they have truths about them that they don't want to show you. It says you will have to hide and think about what it is that you want. Ideally, I want to know I can hide and think about the things that I want. So, you know, it's almost like being in hermit mode and hiding what you want versus what they want. And it says, I love her, but I don't want to know that she's always going to be there looking for me in my mind saying, well, it didn't happen, did it? Or did it? Did it work out? Did you get them? Did you get them back? Did you? Because I do know that you wanted this person, and it does say that you do know that I could work on you and make you feel that way too, but it says the problem is not yours, it's always going to be theirs, making you think that it's going to happen when it's not, making you think it's going to work out when it's not. And the trouble is, it's not going to work if he doesn't show you that he wants you or wants her, or maybe wants one of you or even two of you, but it does say he would prefer one of you. Which one is it going to be? Okay, so thinking about you and maybe another person. Could be dealing with an earth sign. It does say I probably don't want to hear anything about the situation more than this, and I'd rather not speak about it. I leave you because I notice that you're not going to give me what I want anyway, so I'd rather leave you and let you feel like you can get what you want with whoever you want and however you want it. Just say sorry or say something, or make me believe that you have problems in your mind that you don't want to hear about. Just try and warn me that it's not going to work, because I do want to convince myself that I have brewed my mind up in many ways to say, well, I could get things in this way, that way, or the other. So someone has a lot of different sexual fantasies possibly, or, you know, wants a lot of different things, wants to be an option as well. I don't know if this is you or someone else that wants to be an option around you. Okay, could be moving forward with a friend or a family member that has that kind of nature about them as well. It could have been someone that you just met. It says you do have bad mood swings, or probably even ways about you that I wouldn't want to get involved with. So I'm trying to warn myself not to speak about it, but I have good news. And I wouldn't want to see that problems are yours. And maybe I don't want to see that you have my problems. So I'll leave it there. Okay. So the best thing to do is just kind of leave it there. All right. So let's see what else. I don't know if I can continue working with you. It's not something I want to do, but I believe you have better news than I have. Someone told me last year that I didn't need to speak about all these things that I want, and clearly I'm not getting it. And then I realize I am, but I'm not. And then I think, well, I'm not really the one to blame. I'm not. I'm just really fed up, and maybe even sort of evil, or even negative, or maybe just mindful, or maybe just really feeling like I'm an option, or not really, but I just don't know what I want. Yeah, this person's confused. They don't know what they want. All right. Anything else for Cancerians? It says you all are going to see suffering in your mind in the next 2 weeks if you don't try and warn yourself that bad news is coming. It does say you have to warn yourself, because if you don't, you're going to dignify yourself to people that don't want to see you. And it does say people will want to see you if you cause harm to yourself. Don't speak about it, but I do warn you. I'm never going to speak about it if you don't want to, but I try to warn you that I will speak about it if I do want to. And then I say, I can't believe I'm not doing this. I certainly wouldn't want to speak to you or even sell you out to a negative energy. Maybe I am tarnishing your reputation, or maybe I'm purely just evil or negative, and I just can't help it. My mind tells me I have to stop doing that to you, and I probably don't want to speak to you, but I will. And I maybe don't want to, and I do. And then I feel like, well, I'm not really getting my way with this, so I need to warn myself what's going to happen to you, or even myself, because when I'm warning you, you're warning me, and then I'm warning you and you're warning me, and we're both warning each other. What's going to happen next? Nothing is going to happen until you say what's going to work out in your favor or not work out in your favor. Try to warn you that it's never going to work. If you communicate with me, I'm not going to see you, but then I realize that I don't want to see you anyway, and then I realize that I can't see you, and then I don't want to, because I don't want to convince myself that you're going to be negative to me. You're always trying to be evil or war with me or cause me harm. I don't want to hear that you're always doing that, and I swear if you try and harm me, it's going to be a problem. Okay, you could be dealing with Aquarius, a water sign like yourself, another water sign. There's a Gemini, and there's also Taurus here as well. I'm also hearing Libra in the background as well, but they're very quiet. So let's see what else is going on. Love life is suffering, but people don't get it. I want to know I can be mad at you because you're not like me. We're different. We're going to be more of the same, but not really. And you're warring with me right now because I can't get you to believe that you're going to have what I want. And then I think I want what you want, but you don't want what I want. Okay, so what I'm picking up as well is both of you guys got a different idea when it comes to your love life. You know, whether you're friends, whether you're lovers, whether you're family members, whether, you know, whatever it is, And it's like, you know, one of you could be more reckless than the other. And you know, it does look like people don't want to hear that you have good news in your mind when it comes to your sentence or sending you back in your mind to say, well, you didn't do anything. It says you have troubles in your mind thinking that you've got problems. Problems are always yours. Don't think about it, but see if I've tried to push that in you and make you think that way. So I don't know if someone's trying to be negative and push some negative enemies or energies on you. It says I did, but I don't want you to hear it all the time. You should say sorry though. I may have thought that you was going to give me a problem if I came by and let you know that you was going to steal me back in my mind and say, well, I did it again. I made you feel that way. You made me feel like I had problems. I haven't got problems, but I don't know how to solve yours. Okay, so you may have made someone feel like they've got problems, whether it's an Aquarius or a water sign man here, or maybe it's you guys. It does say you don't know how to support my mind, and maybe that's the problem. I need someone that's going to give me something, give me love, give me freedom, give me will, give me romance, give me problem solving, and maybe even see that I can't give them more than that. But I do know I'm taking my time and I feel like I want more, but I just don't know how to support it. And maybe that's my problem. I can't see what it is that I'm wanting. And maybe I don't know how to support you when I don't know what I want. Yeah, this person don't know what they want. All right. Okay. So, love me or hate me, I see you. You're going to love me anyway, but you're not really going to see that I'm bad to you. And then you won't see that you're bad to yourself. Just say that you're sorry and maybe I'll leave you alone. Okay, so someone could be tormenting you behind the scenes as well, wanting you to apologize for something that you've made them feel in some type of way, you know, and just keeps torturing the other person. It says, I will do this, but I won't warn you that I'm doing it with you. I'm also doing it with me. Can you see that I'm harming myself and making myself feel like I'm negative? And I don't want to feel that way. I really don't, but I don't want to hear that you're always going to make me feel bloody nervous or even guilty, or problems of mine are going to come and attack me. Okay, could be dealing with a Pisces, a Libra, or any woman really. It does say you have problems with your mind. Sometimes I think you do, and I don't want to hear that you don't. So I'd rather make sure you feel like you've got problems and not me. So this person could be manipulating the situation a lot as well. You know, this person wants you to believe you got problems with your mind. Or maybe it could be vice versa, you know, and the person is working on it as well. It does say, I believe you have problems, and I don't want to hear you have, but you have. You've got nervousness. You don't want to kill me, do you? You don't want to hurt me. I would never want to do that, is what someone's saying. So why would you think such negative things and make me feel like I've got problems? I have not got problems, but I do know that you warned me that I have got problems. So someone feels like, you know, oh my gosh, you think that they've got problems, and oh my gosh, it's just all over the place. There is some plans here to move forward with. It does say there is some options here of confusion or taking an opportunity to reunite could be struggling. It does say someone is kicking you down or wondering if they can warn you that their problems is not yours, but you do have mad mood swings like me, and I feel like I have mad mood swings at the moment, so I'm going through it. Okay, could be dealing with a fire sign, male or female. Yeah. All right. Doesn't say anything's going to work out for you and them, so you need to warn yourself not to speak to them anymore, and trust and believe you have problems of your own to deal with, so you don't need to speak about anything going on with you. You just warn yourself you do not need to get involved with that person, and maybe that's why you've warned yourself to stop speaking to them, because you can't get involved with their negative energy. It's something that you don't feel. You don't have the mind of theirs. It's two different minds. You're both different individuals, and you probably don't want to be around them. Okay. Okay. I don't want to hear from you again. I'd rather take the risk and move on and go elsewhere. I think you're looking for something that can't make me feel like I can stay. So I'm moving on, and you can move on whenever you're ready. Just say the word, you can move on. So maybe this person's letting you know that you can move on because they're, you know, at some type of risk with some karmic feelings. Okay. And there is clarity here that they are working on seeing these, you know, still repeat in some way. All right, so it does say you would rather not get involved, and you have people that don't want you to get involved. So please, between you and I, don't get involved with this female. She's never going to be good for you. Let her go. It says you realize that when you notice that she's not got good mind games to play herself. She's all over her head with all kinds of negative or mental health situations. It doesn't say it will work out for you. Leave the situation to unfold and let it brew. Make sure you move on and don't discuss anything with her in your mind about your personal life or anything. Just move on. All right. We're dealing with a Cancerian, a fire sign, maybe an earth sign. It does say you have committed to being wise, smart, and very wise about your past or even people, but you don't know how to support everything, and you don't want to. You don't need to deal with it or even live out those karmic mind games anymore. Just trust me. I will believe that you have better news now and moving forward from this person. So you may have to just move away from whoever that person is. All right. So let's see what's going on with your work, Cancerian, because that's a lot. Let's see what's going on. I don't want to know that you're leaving me, though. I will come back and speak to you. I just don't know if I can support you. Okay, this person still wants to get up in your business. All right, but let's see what's going on with your work. Okay. So your work life is going to be communicating with people that don't want to support you but do, and then they do help you, but they're warning you not to speak. They really realize that they have to take the opportunity to pride themselves over their matters and make sure they see things from their perspective. It does say good ideas are coming to you and maybe warning you not to speak about things in your mind about past, present, or future, or maybe even seeing that you have better news without the person that's going to give you a problem. It says you will warn yourself to have better news, and you're coming forth to make sure that you have better news next year or next month or next week. It does say beautiful new things are happening for you and occurring, so warn yourself that better things are about to chime in, or maybe even time the situation and make sure that you get the ideas that you want. It says you have good news, so support that. Okay, so you've got some good news there, or it's coming in, and you've got to support it. All right, so let's see what's going on with your business for Cancerians. Cancerians don't know how to support their mind right now until people see them in a good way. It does say you'll have better news leaving out the stress. Stop selling yourself to negativity. Stop telling yourself you can't do it. Make sure you can. And look forward to better news. Give yourself that. You do love yourself, so warn yourself that you can do it. Always surprise me. You always surprise me, and you make sure you do the job well, so I will reward you in the next 2 weeks or a month or even a year later, possibly even 10 weeks later, but I don't know if I can support you always. I just noticed that I need to support you now, though. I've got to give you that because you helped me a lot, and I really realized that you were trying to do that, and I wanted you to, but I just didn't know how to give you it when you wanted it. Okay, so that could be, someone that you work alongside, all right, that is thinking or considering you as a person that really helps them or really helped them, and they want to kind of surprise you or reward you in some way. All right, so let's see what's going on with your love life for Cancerians. Love life is certainly not going to be a problem. You have people that don't want to see you, but it does say you have problems with your mind thinking that people don't want to see you. Or maybe they do. It says, I have warned you that people could come to you and make you feel bad. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to do that. I'm not really warning you. I'm making fun of you. And making fun of you is what you want to do. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Because I feel like you're making fun of me. Okay, it could be another person chiming in saying that. It says this person does not know how to support you always because their problems is theirs. It says their negative energy is always going to make you think you're the problem, but it does say you have people in your mind that you don't want to support. And it says you will get away with nothing in your mind to worry about. You just have to believe that you've got good karma in your mind to support your ideas. People like him are not going to be worth it if he can't let go of the negative enemies inside of him or around him, or people hurting his mind making him think bad news is there. It says problems of yours are never going to be yours until you see what problems are arising or could come your way or make you feel like you've got guilty conscience. But you don't have no negative energy, so support the good karma that's coming in your mind and give it a go. Work on yourself and look forward to better news. Okay, I wouldn't want to stress though, because people do tell me off not to speak about it, but you have better news than anyone. And then when I see it, it does say that you haven't got good news. And then I think, well, why do you have good news if you feel like you've got bad news? Someone said to me that you shouldn't speak about your mind all the time and tell people off or make them feel like they've got negative energy. I will wonder if you've got good karma, because I'm supporting you to have better news. I support you. I'll let you go and make you feel like you've got better news now, because I didn't want to harm you, but someone told me I could if I needed to or if I wanted to, but I realized I shouldn't do that. It's not my place to get involved in your love life or even in your mind about things that you could do to hurt yourself. Maybe I should study this and think about how I could release you from my mind and let you go. I've been tarnishing your reputation or putting you down or bringing you down with me. People told me that I should and making me feel like I should because I don't know how to support you. And maybe that's why, because I can't support you, and that's why they're telling me not to give you good karma. Okay, so because this person don't know how to support you and give you good energy, this person says people have been in their ear telling them to do all kinds of different things to you to make you feel like you've got bad news. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Does say he has been telling me things, and I wonder why my friend always tells me do this, do that, and he can't get a good girlfriend. He never has, and he never will, and he never wanted to. He's always making me think I should have good news in my mind, making me feel like I have better news with his ideas, and it's not working. He always makes me think bad things are going to happen to me if I get involved with people, and maybe that's why he doesn't have a good rep, or maybe he can't see things the way I do, or even with you, and doesn't warn me that good things are going to happen. It does say he's bad energy, and he doesn't warn me that better things are going to happen, so I always follow him, and it makes me feel bad that I'm trying to bring you down just because another man is telling me not to do this or not to do that with your mind, or to support you or help you, because he's being mean and nasty to you through my energy. Oh my gosh, so this person's definitely got someone in his ear telling him to be, you know, ill or horrible to you because he don't have good karma in his own life. All right, so let's see what else is going on. It does say, I warn you though, don't speak about me again, because if you do, I'm gonna kick you down or make you feel bad. I don't want to, but I realize I could. Okay, so I don't know if this is you guys that feel that way or if it's someone else, but it does say people don't want to see you in your mind today, worried about this. Just see that it's not going to stress you, and wonder if things will ever look better for you next week or next month or next year. It does say you warn yourself not to speak about bad news, and you'll leave the situation alone to unfold, or make the person feel like they've got problems of their own. Just move on. Don't let people feel like you've got bad information to give them, or make them feel bad for your own problems. Just try and warn yourself not to speak to anyone that's going to give you grief, and move on. Don't speak of anything that's going to give you a problem or cause a problem for someone else. Just pull yourself together and move on. Yeah, okay. Bloody hell. Never mind why I did that though, because people always tarnish my reputation and bring me down, and I want to see them fall and hurt themselves, but I can't see that because I can't harm myself more than I'm harming myself now already. People don't want to see me win, but I can't see that it's happening for myself. Well, maybe some of you guys need to try and find a way to make it happen for yourself and stop pulling other people down because you don't want to listen. Sometimes Cancerians can do that. I've noticed that. All right, so just take your time, Cancerians. Things will work out. You know, work on loving yourself and seeing good news come for yourself. You don't necessarily always need other people to see what's going on for you. All right, if you can't see it yourself, and then you end up maybe tarnishing their reputation or pulling them down to a dark hole with you because, you know, you feel like they're not supporting you and your ideas, but then you don't believe in theirs. All right, so just be mindful. Okay, so it says you'll have better news when you work on yourself, and look forward to better news working on yourself. Just do justice on your own. Make sure you kick down whoever's not going to work with you in your mind, is what you've been telling yourself, but people are telling you to stop doing that. So support your ideas and be there for your mind and practice good karma. Wow, what's going on for the thing? Okay, more energy again. It says you have tried to change, but you can't communicate this in your mind enough to tell yourself that it's going to happen. But it does say you'll believe that you'll work on it one day. It does say believing in it is going to achieve it, and make sure you believe in it, because you will achieve it once you believe in it. Okay, so you're going to have to start believing in that. So let's see what's going on with the singles. What's going on with single Cancerians? Okay. Singles don't want to hear that they're single, but always address the problems and make sure people don't speak to them anymore. But it does say bad news for you, always trying to bring people into your mind about the problems that you have and then can't solve them when you feel like you're solving them and they're still not solved. It says you always solve things on your own, and then you feel like it's not solved, and then you think, well, when can I solve it? When people are there trying to believe in me. Okay, well, people are not always going to believe in what you believe, my lovely. Okay, check out Taurus's reading. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Anything else? It says all of you guys are not going to believe that you have good news, are going to better off yourself in your mind to support yourself and give yourself back to the universe and say, I tried. When will I see better news? Yeah, You've got to work on yourselves. Okay, let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Okay, those in a relationship don't want to suffer, so they don't want to see any bad news come. You'll work on yourself and give yourself good news, and maybe even see that problems are not yours, but it says people have to work with you, and sometimes they don't. When will you realize that it's not going to be you warring with yourself, but a personal problem of theirs that doesn't want to help you? And it does say you have tried to warn yourself that you do see it, but you don't want to hear it. And it does say problems are yours when you don't want to listen. Listen to the problems and give yourself back to the universe and say, I've tried, but it's not going to work out. People will want to see you and work with you. Personally, I want to work with you, so I will support you. Okay, could be an earth sign here that's giving you a message of support. Okay. But wants to hide away from, you know, maybe something that's not going to be, you know, possibly your perspective on things. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Anything else going on with those in a relationship? Okay, what's going on with those that are in a marriage? Marriage couples are trying and giving themselves all that they can. Don't want to see bad news, so we're working and supporting you to help yourself. Please believe I'm giving you better energy now to give your mind a break from it all. Let yourself see what's going on and support the idea, and possibly theirs too. Looking into the future at both of your problems and seeing both of you can connect in a way that you can see trial and error come together and support each other's problems. Making sure you see who's who and what's going on for you and then work it out. Don't want to laugh, but you have better news than anyone sometimes, so support the idea, but then please be cautious about who you're giving your mind to. Don't worry about anyone else out there. Just support your partner, and who's going to be there for you in your mind is something that you need to let go of. Or even support sometimes because you can't help it, but it does say you have better news. Just trying to warn yourself that you have good news, working on who you are and working on who you want to become and where you're going with your life, and maybe even with your partner, if you'll try to ignore that you're not ignoring your partner's mind. So some of you guys have been ignoring your partner's mind and kind of like giving yourself ideas that are not matching up with your person's, and you need to remember to give your person, okay, the respect that they need to support the idea or not support it, so that you can work things out. Right, let's see what's going on with individuals. What's going on with Cancerian and Aries? Aries doesn't want to hear from you unless you want to kill them with joy, mostly joy, because they're trying to warn you not to speak to me in any negative ways, but also see that they're not so positive at times too, and they realize that they can't harm you. They just want to hurt your mind sometimes, but they do realize that you don't have the best news to give yourself, so you will always try to believe that it's going to work out for you, but it doesn't work out for me, and I've warned you that it won't, because you don't want to listen to what it is that I'm telling you. So if you don't, then I will make you remember again and again to stop making your way back to your own mind thinking it's going to work when I haven't showed you it is going to work. All right, so let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Taurus. Taurus doesn't mind sharing their life with you or the world with you, but sees you as a friend that don't want to help them. It says you'll always help yourself. Wonder if it's going to work out, but it won't work out if you don't want to work in my mind. I'm sure you look into the future and possibly make us believe it's going to work. We have to see each other for what it is, and I don't want to warn you, but problems are there, and people will warn me that problems are there, but I've got to warn you that everything's going to be okay. Just certainly don't want to see you stressed. I've just got to warn myself that all that I do is not going to be for your mind, it's going to be for mine too, but I have to warn myself that I've got to give to you just as much as you give to me. All right, so let's see what's going on with Gemini and Cancerian. Okay, Gemini doesn't stress and doesn't want to listen to you right now. They would rather play nice in their mind and never speak to you again if they could, or may just ignore you and keep quiet. Don't want to hear from you today. Maybe I'm just jealous of what you've got going on and I feel like it's bad news, but I don't think it's going to be you that feels the problem. I feel the problem, and I noticed that I need to work on myself, so I'll speak to you for at least a week more, and then I realize that I've got good news. All right, so let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Cancerian. Cancerian doesn't want to hurt you, but does see that you have bad news in your mind, and it does say you always see this but don't want to talk about it, or maybe even discuss it with your friends, your family members, or even people that do want to try and harm you. It says you always wanted to do that, but you don't need to hear bad news is coming. So work on yourself. Just be looking good in your mind and help yourself to move on. Don't spare me any time off and make me feel like I have good news, because I don't. I just don't know how to support you. And maybe when I do support you, it's not always the good mind that I'm playing for you or helping you with. I do know that I support you, but it's not always going to be the answer that you need. It's war, and it always comes back as war if you don't fix the problem. So solve your mind and your own problems, and make sure you steal the ideas of your own at times, or even see sense, and make sure you do good. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leo and Cancerian. Leo wants to address the ideas that they've had in their mind recently to probably give you good karma or work on you, or maybe even successfully make feel like good karma is coming. Work on your sex life, possibly even your identity, or maybe even seeing that you're a problem. I don't want to stress my mind too much, but I know I have better news than you. Sometimes I realize I have good news, but I don't. And then I think, well, am I just jealous, or am I trying to work on you too much? Is it a problem for you? Because I do that, and ongoing I try to warn myself, stop speaking about her, because it's always making her feel like she's got better news than I have. But then I feel like I'm bad news for her. It makes her feel worse when I try to chime in and help her. I don't want to help her in my mind, helping her in her own, but it says I help her too much, to the point where she sees that I'm giving her loose information that's not supporting her or even helping her. It does give her bad news, and it doesn't help her at all. So I'm going to warn myself to see if I can change that, or move on, or leave her alone. Okay, all right, so let's see what's going on with Virgos. What's going on with Virgos and Cancerians? Virgo don't want to stress, but does see that you're vexed right now, and it doesn't say you're peed off, but you're cheesed off at them, possibly not wanting to work with them, or maybe even seeing that you have better news with them, but you don't want to support them always. It says you would rather see less of them, and they would want to see more of you, but sometimes they can't help it. They want to see more of you because they do know that they want you, or even want to be supported by you, but then it's not really coming back as that. It does say they work on themselves to be more mindful of who they are, and don't know how to support you with everything, but they will be mindful and try to warn you that nothing is set in stone. I could come back and I could keep you there, and wonder if you're working on yourself or maybe moving on. All right, so let's see what's going on with Libras and Cancers. Libra hates you, doesn't want to help you anymore, doesn't want to tell you off, but doesn't really like you and doesn't want to say anything to you. Rather not speak to you, leave me alone. Okay, so what's going on with Scorpios? Oh, wait a minute. Cancerian doesn't mind chiming in and saying they do want to support you, but they don't want to help you always. They can't help you with everything. Okay, all right, let's see what's going on. It says they do want to try and control everything right now, and it doesn't say it's going to be a better atmosphere if they don't change this. It says you always try to be controlled by me, but I don't want to hear that you're working on things that are going to get me in my mind and tell me that I've got problems. Stop giving me that. I wonder if it can work. Just work on me, and I'll support you. Okay, so you could be working with Libra right now on that. So let's, oh wait a minute, it says I want to try and take the opportunity from them and move on, but I can't, and it doesn't help me do this because I'm mentally ill in my mind about things that I don't need, and then I feel like I do need them, but I can't support myself. I need support. Okay, Cancerian, you've said it, you need support in some ways. All right, but you need to possibly get some more help with, you know, what you need. Maybe not just relying on, you know, one person. Maybe even for some of you guys, speaking to a professional to help you in some ways. All right, so let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio came back to you and didn't want to spend the night or even say hello to you. They just came back and they saw you and didn't want to stay. They just saw you and didn't want to stay. They'd rather not stay, and they don't want to see you as evil, but they just don't want to be around you. They'd rather not be around you. Can't help it, just don't want to see you as a person that I'm going to be with. I'd rather not, because I can't help you, and I really can't help you, and I'm trying to warn you. Stop speaking to me and letting me know that you want to stay when I can't be with you. It's not you that I want. I really don't, and I can't warn you enough to stay away, and you keep following me and taking advantage, but I can't get you to move on. When are you going to realize that it's not going to work out? Stop bothering me, just move on. It's never going to be you and I that works together, so stop warning me that you have stress with me or problems with me. Please believe I don't want any war with you or any karma with you that's going to bring bad news. So just warn yourself to move on and stay away. All right. Okay. So let's see what's going on. So basically, they're basically saying what problems you have, you know, they're yours. Don't take them out on the Scorpios, because they're not having it. They don't want it. All right. So what's going on with Sagittarius and Cancerian? Oh, okay. Cancerian doesn't want to laugh, but Cancerian does feel like laughing. It does say they have problems today, really believing that there's going to be any problems with you. It does say it's going to be more so the Scorpio I'm interested in, but Sagittarius is saying, look, if you bother the Scorpio, I'm going to bother you. Let me believe you can bother your mind. I'm going to bother you if you bother me, and I'll bother you if you bother them. Stop bothering us. We're not interested. Move on. Ooh, so they got Scorpios back. Don't bother my Scorpio, they're saying. You better leave them alone. All right. Sag is warning you as well. If you care for yourself, you would laugh at the situation more in regards to how you feel or see things. You're going to make fun of your own mind, and you're going to do it until you realize that you're done for. Realize that you're done for, because you'll never be a part of my mind. Never. And you'll wonder why it's not going to work. You still see that it's going to be you when it's not. How could you realize that it's always you when it's not? Try and warn yourself to move on, walk the other way, because you're never going to be a part of our mind, and I say that again, our mind, because you and I are never going to be, but me and Scorpio, we're always going to be. Take care and move on. Woo. All right, so let's see what's going on with Capricorn and Cancerian. Cancerian doesn't mind speaking to Capricorn. Leave me alone is what Capricorn says. Do not want to hear from you at all. But I do know sometimes I do, and I just can't help it. And I realize that I need you right now, but I don't want to. And at times I do, and I don't want to, but I do realize I just need you for a friend, or maybe even say hi. And sometimes I sex you and make you feel good. So I want to know if we can do that. But I really know that you can be with me and leave me alone at times. You know, you can move on. You don't have to stay. You can leave me alone. Okay. So that's like a using energy going on there. It does say you believe that you won't want to be used anymore by them. So you've got to leave your mind to wonder, do they want me? Can I get back to you in a good way and say that you want me? Is it that? Or is it that I don't want you? And maybe I want you, but I don't want you. Just don't want a war with you. Can't curse you, can't hurt you, just want to move on. Don't want to say hello to you, just want to move on. And I realize that I do want you, but I can't believe you're not treating me in the way I want to be treated. Okay, so that's how you could possibly feel towards them. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius and Cancerian. Aquarius says, hi, what's going on with you? And doesn't want to speak any more than that. They realize that they don't want to be mean, but they're always going to be. And they try not to, but they're just trying too much to be themselves. They're always trying to be in more mind games of their own, or to control the situation more than they need to. It does say you police them, or make them feel like you're always policing them. And it does say you have problems trying to do this, because it doesn't say it's going to work, but you do try. And you make them feel like you're working on them, but warn them too. And it does say they will beat you at your own game, or bully you, or make you feel bad for what you're doing. So warn yourself not to speak to them unless you've got good karma to support your own mind. Move on, it says. I'd rather you move on than stay away, and maybe even just move on for a little while, or maybe move on permanently, because I'm trying to warn you, I will police you back. Or maybe make you feel like you've got problems with them, or maybe make you feel like you've got mental health problems that you need to deal with. So sort out your own mind, and don't subject yourself to negative energy that's going to bring you right back to the way you came in, and make you feel like, well, it didn't work out, I'm stopping you from moving on. And then you try again, and then it works out same again. Don't bully me. Don't think it's going to work in your favor, because I will warn you, you will never even deal with me ever again if you feel like you're going to have good karma. And then maybe I feel like I can bring you down, maybe mentally or even verbally, but I feel like you will always be the problem. Okay, it says I have time to wonder if you're going to have problems, but it's not going to be you. You're going to shock me one day, because I realize I do get shocked, or I do get well in my mind, and then I go downhill again. And when I do, it's going to be you that takes the fall, or possibly even me. But I realize that I could take the fall too. And I can't always work on my mind like I can't get good karma or bad karma. It's always something that I said to myself. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But I realize I have to work with you sometimes to make things look better for you, or help you, or maybe even trial you, or give you cautions, or make you feel like you've got negative enemies coming to you. But I will warn you, I've got them coming too. So I will release you and let you feel like good news is coming. Ugh. So let's see what's going on with Pisces and Cancerian. Pisces hates you, really doesn't want to hear from you. Listen to yourself, go away, don't want to talk to you, move on. Ooh, enough said. Right, let's see what's going on with your romance angel messages. Finances and career. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. You deserve love. You are lovable. Okay. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay. It says listen, which is the next angel card. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires manifestations. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Yeah, to listen. And maybe to listen to your angels as well, because they're trying to talk to you. And maybe even listen to, you know, things that are happening in your mind right now to get better answers. Okay. Okay. It says take back your power, Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intentions to manifest blessings in your life. Okay. But also be mindful of listening to others. Universal messages. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Okay. Angel numbers 16, 54, 4, 7, 49, 11, 24, 6, and 40. So, Cancerians, that was your reading. I'll speak to you again in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.